Alrighty, this one I'm gonna talk about the NBA. The NBA, and I just want to say something. I keep doing this at the beginning, but every video I make, I keep thinking differently of the whole thing. And I wanted to make it, the attack on manhood, but I guess it's hard to put the whole big picture into words and the timing, and then it's just hard. I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing it the way I'm doing it and see what happens by the end. Hopefully, I'll be able to make sense of it all at the end. But the NBA, right? So this year I've been watching NBA, and I couldn't watch it this year. It was like, and I love sports. I love the NBA. I felt the same way about NFL. I couldn't watch it this year. I felt like there was no intensity. I would tell people who I'm close with that I talk about sports with, and I can't talk about sports with many people because, I'm gonna get a Sports Center headline, dude. Like, come on. I was past Sports Center headlines at age 10. But anyway, my point is so. This year I was telling people, I was like, dude, they're just not hustling. There's no energy. And people always said too, that's how that's why people like the NBA playoffs and no one's a regular season. Okay, I've gambled for many years, should go probably over a decade now. I've seen regular season, you know what I'm saying? I know, I don't forget, you know what I'm saying? The intensity isn't the same, the hustle isn't the same either. And, it wasn't always this way. It really wasn't. And it's like, these guys now, everyone has become so soft, and this is really all that is in the attack of the manhood in America. That title might be too. I don't know. Maybe I don't know, because I'm changing my thoughts because of some people talking to me, certain things they're saying to me, and good, and saying things I could change, and so I hope the attack on manhood in America will be understood throughout all through all these things, and then like I said, I'll try to put it all together at the end. I'll make a video to wrap them all up. But so anyway, and let's just start with this. That I've been doing this with everyone, the same I did with Drake and Jay-Z. I'm gonna do it with NBA. Michael Jordan, right? A lot of people consider him the greatest of all time. Whatever, he's definitely on the Mount Rushmore kind of thing. I don't know, my play rankings for a different day. But let's go with Michael Jordan, LeBron James. That was my plan. You could even go Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron James if you want, just for the sense of, and LeBron and Jordan, right? If you could, the one difference from the core, Jordan's intensity and passion is at a different level. Period. And sure, that may call that Jordan. Maybe people would be like, well, that's only Jordan. He's one of a kind. No, it's not that. It's just that whole era was, it's been intense. It's got de-intensified throughout the years. LeBron isn't, and LeBron's like Drake to me in the NBA. That's why I never liked LeBron. I'm good at reading people. I've never felt any real passion from LeBron ever. It's like Drake. They know what to do. They know how to act. They know what to say. I can play that game too, but I'm not a coward. But LeBron, I don't feel, I wouldn't be surprised if he's. Well, I'm not gonna get that far, but LeBron has no real passion. I just don't feel him. He has no authenticity to anything he does. And maybe some people disagree with me. They say, oh yeah, but you don't know how to read body language that well. I guess you know what I'm saying. I do, really. You probably thought that Mayweather Pacquiao was a fight too. Yeah, that's a joke. There's no intensity in that either. Figures. I wonder why. Take out the passion, intensity out of the whole world. Also, then we'd be just like dull sheep, kind of. Well, we all are. Most of us are like dull sheep. Either on antidepressants or drug addicts or alcoholics or overweight or dying of some disease or fucking always sick or you're miserable. The kids are grow up, guys. Stop making excuses. Excuses for cowards. Anyway. So anyway, Jordan, LeBron, the intensity, passion, you got to see this. And this is, I guess it's key, as big as this, because why is it? That's really the key. Why is this passion, intensity leaving everything from the R&B to the rap to the NBA? Well, why? And that's really what the attack of the manhood in America is. So that's why I was asking why, and I saw them all these little lanes, and it all came together. I got it. So that title was really what I figured out after all these little things. Like, I didn't figure this out until just now, recently, in the last week or so, or really the last couple weeks, let's say. Anyway, so Jordan, LeBron, the intensity, and you can even go to the next one. LeBron, number 1 draft pick last year, Andrew Wiggins. These guys, Andrew Wiggins doesn't even have a fucking fire, I feel like he doesn't have that fire in him at all, like a fire, one bone. Something's missing, and maybe I'm picking out certain guys, but I'm not trying to, because Andrew Wiggins was kind of be like the next LeBron kind of thing, number one draft pick. Um, so anyway, so, and there's some exceptions, there are some guys, but it's just the whole entire thing. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, so that Jordan to LeBron to Andrew Wiggins, anyone who really knows basketball can see that too. You'll see that, what I'm saying, the intensity and the passion from Jordan was higher. LeBron in the middle, whatever. And like I said, that's why you said you could Kobe. Kobe could be right in the middle of them too, It'd go Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, now Wiggins kind of thing. Okay, and for me, okay, and this is why and this is, I think, maybe because some people, I guess they don't really care about it. Like, they don't really get why it's a big deal. It's a big deal because of this, right? I'm a man, right? I try to be great, always. And I don't forget, the passion back then. I don't forget the tough teams like the Blazers with Rasheed Wallace and Arvydas Sabonis and Bonzi Wells and Damon Stoudemire, Steve Smith or whoever was on that team. I don't forget the Sacramento Kings of Vlade Divac, Mike Bibby, Doug Christie, Chris Webber, which I know, a lot of people at my age remember those teams. The Lakers, those teams, the Rick Foxes, Shaqs, Kobe's, Fishers, Ories, all the Spurs teams throughout the years. Those teams, it was a different game because they had all 5 positions. It was a toughness. The last real probably tough team was that Boston Celtics team. That was probably the last really legit tough team. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, because let me say this first. There's only 2 for sure. I'll say 3 though. Real teams left in the NBA, really. And what I mean by real is all 5 players contribute to something very important for the whole team to go. So when they do all 5 contribute, they win, because teamwork wins. Grizzlies have been right around the cusp. They were Western Conference Finals a couple years ago. I saw them actually when Clippers went up 2-0 on them in LA. I went to both those games. And then Grizzlies actually came back and won 4-2. They won 4 straight. Grizzlies have been right there. They've been on the brink of getting there. And they made a good acquisition with Jeff Green this year, who was a solid player. They already had Mike Conley. They had arguably one of the best front courts, if not, with Zach Randolph, who's one of the toughest players, one of the most underrated players I think in the league in a long time, really. Marc Gasol, Defensive Player of the Year last year. So they got Jeff Green, Courtney Lee, Tony Allen. The team is tough. There's a certain toughness to that team that I really like, and it's like I said, 1 through 5, and a couple bench players, which you need this year. And Bino Ujiri, backup point guard, is solid. He was good he's always good when he started. He's had good games this year too when he played. So it's the Grizzlies, the Spurs and Grizzlies are the last 2 teams. Those were my first teams that the ones that I had go to, and then Mr. Paul, my boy Paul Pierce tonight hits that shot. They beat the Atlanta Hawks 103-101 without John Wall, and I had to look at that team and I was like, you know what, I can't not throw them in, because they have the 1 through 5 too, with Paul Pierce there too. With Wall, Beal, Paul, Nene, Gortat. And when I say 1 through 5, it's not like other teams have 1 through 5 solid players, right? It's the rhythm, it's the toughness, a mixture, and that's maybe what I thought wasn't there with the Wizards, was the toughness. Especially let's take out Paul. Wall, Beal, Gortat, Nene. Gortat and Nene are veterans. They're very good. I've never seen them really with a lot of aggression, and I think that's why Paul Pierce is huge for that team. He's given them a little edge that they needed. And watch out. The Wizards, dude, they swept the Raptors. I thought Raptors were good in the last couple years. I really thought that was gonna be a close series. I would have said 7 games all day. At least 6. You know what I'm saying? And they went 4-0, and then they came out here and beat the Hawks, just up 2-1. They're 6-1 in the playoffs, and they just beat them. And they beat the Hawks tonight without Wall. I know they got Ramon Sessions. Ramon Sessions is a solid backup. They picked up to replace Andre Miller. Okay, so anyway, and this is what happened. The last real G's are about to die off. Like the last of the Mohicans. It's like the Duncans, the Kobes, Paul Pierce, KG, Tony Parker. You can say Dwayne Wade, Carmelo. And for me, it's sad, because that toughness is what I appreciate. Really, those are the motherfuckers I've been liking. You know what I'm saying? Those are the guys I've been liking. Tony Parker is probably the most underrated player of the last fucking 20 years. He won 4 championships, the starting point guard. You know what I'm saying? Of the 4 championship team Spurs, been to the championship, what, 5 times? Yeah, because they lost to the Heat that year. Duncan has 5. You know what Parker's done? Never been in one of your commercials. That's why you want the Clippers to beat him in 7. You know, I don't even know who the Spurs owner is, and I'm a big time NBA person. Like, I don't even know his name. I didn't even see him until Game 7 in LA this year. Game 7. Not only do we see him on camera for the first time, right? Or me personally. We see him on camera flicking off the Clippers score table, okay? An owner's seen a lot of games. There's a reason why he's flicking off the score table and Greg Popovich is yelling at him at the same time. Maybe because there's a lot of unusual fouls. You know, I won't get into that right now, but and I watched that game. I really watched that game, and Blake Griffin had a good stat game, but they should have lost because of Blake Griffin. They had him at the center. He gave up 4 offensive rebounds, 4 possessions in a row of offensive rebounds. They should have lost. JJ Redick hit a bunch of threes. Matt Barnes did. And they got fouls at the end. Chris Paul. A lot of bullshit. It was really bullshit. But then again, the Spurs don't make the NBA money. They don't. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Cause I think there is some inside thing with the Spurs in the NBA, but they don't make it in the. They don't make the NBA bigger. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, they do because they can sell them, especially Blake Griffin, who's fucking soft. The reason they won't win the championship, he's soft. I don't know. The Clippers fucking are weird, dude. You know, I don't want to get any too to this shit, but like Blake Griffin, you're soft, bro. Tim Duncan will just manhandle him at the age 38, 39, bro. You know, shit, you're lucky you didn't catch Duncan 10 years earlier. You know, like, Blake, step up, dog. Don't, and that's what they're doing. They're making these guys this, these fucking pussies. Blake Griffin sucks, dude. You know, he jumps over a car, right? All cool. Nick, hustle, get some rebounds, dude. Oh, you're soft. That's why you don't. He should have 15 rebounds a game, really, for his athleticism. But the only reason would be one. He doesn't hustle, and I think he hustles because I've seen games where he hustled, and it's the soft. He's soft. Player. There's this new age toughness too, and like the Derrick Roses, Kevin Durant's, John Wall, Russell Westbrook, right? I think that's about it. But it's cool, but they're not gonna have that anymore, right? It's gonna be Andrew Wiggins types guys, and I don't want to get again, Derrick Rose. He gets paid $300 million. $100 million from the Bulls, $200 from Adidas. Then he's out for 3 years, right? Now he's back, and I think they I don't want to get into all that right now because it's a different lane. You know what I'm saying? It's a different thing. But Rose came back, hit a 3 for the win last night, beat Cleveland. You know. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much into that because it'll make me go off to a different lane. I don't want to talk about Derrick Rose and being out for 3 years so LeBron could win 2 in Miami. Maybe they wouldn't have won with Rose there. Waited till LeBron went back to Cleveland. Now Rose is back. Look what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he won the MVP 4 or 5 years ago. It's not, people, have short memory. And, another thing this year too, with their and here's the thing. I keep talking about other stuff. The point of it all, let's clear this up. I got 2 minutes because under 15 minutes. So NBA, those OGs that are leaving that I told you, the Paul Pierces, the Kobes, the Duncans, Tony Parkers, once they're gone completely, there's only these couple guys left, and the guys of the Rose, Durant, Wall, Westbrook, they're going to be all controlled. I even believe that's why Wall went out this game too. That broken hand, supposedly he didn't. I don't believe that, and I think he would have played, But they won. Like, that's what's crazy. That's that gangster shit of Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce is a motherfucking G. He doesn't even sweat, and he's tougher than these motherfuckers. These guys are soft, dude. They're soft. Hustle. You hustle. I don't care. I mean, just on some love of the sport hustle. I go to the basketball court and I play out. Every time I get up there, I get tougher. My rebound's mean these days. I swear to you, but whatever. So mean. Mean that people literally try to, fight me 80% of the time there, and I don't even make eye contact with them. It just, people fear what they don't understand. When I don't even give them any kind of attention, and they still want to fight me, something's going on. And the players injured this year, it was interesting. Kobe, actually out the last 2 years. Melo, basically out the last 2 years. Durant wins MVP, then he's out. Rose was out for most of the year. Wade was out for a while. Because those guys, what do they show? They show passion, and we'll be able to, and with the NFL thing too. Let me throw this in real quick, just because it makes it an NBA. You can't even spike the ball anymore, and I don't want to get too much into NFL, okay? But you get that? You can't even celebrate, aka show passion, show intensity. NBA is the same. They don't even want, they don't even want that anymore. That's why they had LeBron do it all the time, and basically do LeBron, fuck yourself, dog. You're the reason the NBA sucks now. You fucking that fag. LeBron's a fucking douchebag. Anyway, yeah. So again, NBA I've always loved, but you guys are over. You've ruined the sport. NBA, cheers.